Hey, alright, what's up, fellow YouTubers? Deadpool Toys and 2 here. Got a lot of reviews coming out. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a month. I got busy with some acting stuff I just had to play. I'll put a screenshot. I played an older guy, so that was really fun. You know, just trying to do acting stuff. But a lot of stuff will be coming out. But this is just a quick video on my thoughts of Toys R Us and when I heard that they were closing. So I just actually went to Toys R Us yesterday. I don't think the one I went to is closing, but I was able to pick up like the new Marvel Avengers there, which that's the Iron Man, see Captain America, and that's the Spider-Man, Iron Spider. And I picked up this cool looking Gypsy Danger. Like, I love the first movie, so I'm gonna see the second one just to see. It could be good. I have to see. Not quite as interested from the trailer yet. I like John Boyega, but we'll see. But anyway, I was able to pick up the Avengers Marvel Legends, and I was kind of shocked that I saw those at Toys R Us. So my thoughts on Toys R Us is they just kind of picked up in the last couple of months as far as for collectors, like having to do with, say, me as a collector for Marvel Legends. They used to never have them stock. They always had the one like figure that was what they call shelf like warmer. That's all that they had. Like they never actually would have a lot of figures that me myself I really would want. I would go in there and either scalpers or the main ones that you would want, they would already be gone. And I don't even know if it's them. Maybe it was the distributor for toys for Marvel Legends. We all know Marvel Legends are a little bit easier to get now. You don't have to worry about not finding them. Each wave you're able to see the ones that come out at Walgreens that are exclusive. You can go there now and they still have some for like the last couple of years. So Marvel Legends are easy now. But at Toys R Us, like back when it was hard to get them, you were not expecting to get them in Toys R Us. And these right here, these don't come out till March 3rd, but they made a mistake and put them on the shelf, and the cashier told me I couldn't get them. So you know me, I kind of like made an expression, like rolled my eyes, like really, of course, knew this was too good to be true. And then a guy looked at me and said, hold up, I'm gonna call the manager and see if we can get them. And then the manager said, well, it's our fault because we put them out already, take care of the customer. So I was able to buy those, good price at $19.99. They look really cool. Can't wait to do reviews on those will be coming. But it's like I was kind of shocked because Toys R Us had them. I just saw pictures. I'm seeing reviews of them already on YouTube. And in my head, like, I'm like, it's no telling when those are going to come near me. But Toys R Us, like, I just want to say, when I was, like, younger, I used to go in there to, like, the back of the store when I watched G Gundam on Toonami. And I used to go to the back of the store, and the shows I watched, I would see the toys there, action figures, and I would just want to get them, and I loved it, you know? When I grew up now, when I used to go in there and look for figures, specific ones, you know, like the ones for collectors, where if they're the legends or they were exclusive to there, I would go in there, and I wouldn't find them. I even worked at Toys R Us, in 2015 during Christmas time, and I thought one of the plus side would be that at least I would get to see some cool toys when they came out, and I didn't. Like literally, I worked there for like 2 months, and they didn't get any new Marvel Legends, and this is when the Black Series was taking off. They didn't have any of those. So as collectors, we know what we want. We go in there and we buy them. I don't know if like it was supposed to be for little kids. That was their target like audience. I get that, but from a collector standpoint, most collectors know when you go to Toys R Us, you are not going to find that much stuff. That's why when you watch all these toy hunts, the people that put, you know, like say if I was to make a vlog and I put these in the thumbnail, I'm not, but if I put these in the thumbnail, people are gonna watch it if I'm like vlog hunt to Toys R Us, because you know deep down you don't usually find these type of figures at Toys R Us right now. Like, they haven't been on it for collectors. As far as from a collector standpoint, we know what we want. We're not going to go in there and usually like, I'm just going to look at like other stuff. We go in there for specific like figures for specific stuff. And if we don't see it, then, you know, we just leave. So Toys R Us, just from my experience, I'm not hating. I love the idea of the store. Of course, I collect toys, so I'm glad. And I saw they picked it up, and I was like, okay, Toys R Us is doing better. And the last few waves of Marvel Legends have been awesome, but I feel like it could be on Hasbro's part, and they're making sure they have more figures. But when it seemed like they were like kind of like harder to get, it was like it was kind of hard for you to find them, you know? So seeing these and getting like this little treat here, I saw Soldier 86 did a review. I have to watch his, but it's like it just makes you think like what is going on, you know. So that's why I had just kind of like wanted to say that Toys R Us kind of was dropping the ball on that. I kind of lost interest over like the last few years because I would go in there and I never would find in any type of like figures. So you know, like, I'm not trying to complain, but I could see why they were going into the hole. Because even where I work, so many people would come up, hey, do y'all have this? Do y'all have that? Do y'all have this figure? Y'all have that figure? And they would not have them. Like, they would be out, especially around Christmas time. So many little toys that the little kids wanted that were from Fisher Price. Like, it would be 2 or 3 specific things that they would look for. In that Pie Face game, they wouldn't have them. Like, they would be out, and they wouldn't get any more. So if someone doesn't have a good experience, you're seeing that it's not there, they're going to go to Amazon, you know? Like, so I just saw where, I don't know who was doing it or who was like over it, but it wasn't as good. So from a collector standpoint, I could see why it was closing, as I used to go in there and I would not find what I was looking for. And it just stinks because right before I found out they were closing, like, my stuff was changing. Like, I was like, what? Like, they're picking it up. I went in there and they legit had stuff that I wanted, you know? So those are just my thoughts. I could just be talking out my mouth. Out the who's now. I know it couldn't make sense, but this was the first time in a long time I actually went here to the store and they had figures right away that I wanted. Like, it's a good like feeling when you go to a place and they actually have what you want. Just like I collect like Jordans, to go and see a Jordan that I want, to go in there and for them to have it, you know, it really means a lot to me because it's what I want. It's what I'm going in there for. I already knew I wanted these figures. I don't know if I'm gonna get the last ones on there because I don't know that much about these characters. I'm gonna look them up, but I want the Build-A-Figure pieces. But it's like, and he should have came with the Build-A-Figure piece. That's really stupid. He should have came with the Build-A-Figure piece because we're buying these other people, which is 4 other figures. I don't know that much about these characters. They should have been all Infinity War people, but I'm not going to talk about that now. But anyway, it felt good to know that I went in there and I was able to see these figures. And of course, the main one I was really happy for was seeing this guy right here, Iron Spider. So I can't wait to open him up and see what he is. But these are just my quick thoughts. So Toys R Us, like, I don't know, like, just watch the demographics. I know y'all were going to kids, but I feel like y'all were also trying to go to collectors because y'all deal with NECA stuff. And it used to be where it wasn't a lot of stuff. As collectors, most of us would expect to go into Toys R Us and not find what we were looking for. But this is a quick video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment, if you agree, if you disagree. And also, what is an experience that you had where you went to Toys R Us and you actually found what you want? Or what was a time where you really had wanted a figure and you did not find it? And the last thing, and then I'm going to get off, my last bad thought is kind of the Black Series. They did a thing called Star Wars Force Friday, okay? I just want to say, if you went to Toys R Us, it's like they only got a box of the figures. So literally, whoever was the first 4 or 5 in the line, they got the Black Series, and no one else got them. And I was in Texas at the end of 2016 trying to get the Black Series figures for, what's the movie that came out? The movie, I can't think of the movie. But the Star Wars movie that came out last year, I couldn't get any other figures. I was like disappointed because I had saw what they looked like. But I went down to Walmart and they were fully stocked. Like, they had more of them. They gave out cupcakes. They had all of the figures. And even in 2015, I had to go to Walmart to find I can't think of none of their names right now. To find Rey. Like, so Toys R Us for Force Friday, they don't get in that many, and most people, even that was in line, nah, I already know they're not going to have it. I'm just going to go up the street to Walmart, and they had them fully stocked, just what you wanted. So these were just my quick thoughts on it and why some of them are closing. Of course, most of the Toys R Us that are trying to close now, they haven't gotten any of the new ones yet. So the Toys R Us that I went to that had these, they got these in, so they must be one of the ones that's still going to stay open, at least for now, and hopefully they get your stuff together and it can make a comeback. But this has been my quick thoughts and a quick video by Deadpool Toys 12. A lot of figure reviews coming up. Could it be Hot Toys? Could it be Pacific Rim figures? It is. You just saw the figure. Could it be Marvel Legends? But a lot of stuff is coming up, and I'll see you guys in future videos. Bye. How do you end this thing? This? Is this it? Okay. Peace.